Yo. Welcome. I thought I
Yo,
was
yo.
muted to another ACL podcast.
We're back. We're back.
We're still running, still doing this. We got Chris and Detox.
Yo, yo.
What's up?
I don't know where Detox went. He's somewhere.
I'm here.
Wait,
I'm here.
there he
There
is.
you go.
How's it
There
going?
you go.
There's our real favorite Xbox admin.
Yeah,
I'm
the
here.
true.
I'm here.
He
The
should have been
true
the first
Xbox
one.
admin. That's crazy.
I think he's the only one that we like.
Everybody else fake.
Yeah. We had to fight to get an Xbox admin.
I'm here. I'm humbled. I'm here.
Yeah.
Here to do the dirty work.
Some people didn't have faith in the Xbox side,
It's understandable. It's all good.
All right, let me make sure this thing went live on the Discord.
Turn this off.
Always takes it a couple minutes, but what's going on with you guys this week? This day, I guess.
Ain't much, man.
Just a laid back day.
Yeah, chilled
Nothing
all
crazy.
day.
It's
Yeah.
Sunday, man.
Yeah, I just got fucking back from driving 6 hours.
Hell yeah, man. That's the spirit.
Tired.
Look at that. He's still soldiering on for y'all. Can you believe it?
Pushing on. How was that tournament you ran on Friday? I know it was a small one, but something's better than nothing.
I ran smooth. I mean, took a bit to get people to even put their names down, but once everything got sorted, it ran fun. And I think Lakers is Julia won.
They did, yeah. Shout
Yeah.
out to them.
It was a good game. I think it was like 2-1. I think I'm gonna stream the next time. Show the games,
Yeah.
like the knockouts and stuff like that.
Yeah,
There
I
you
think when we first did tournaments, I think that's what we did. We streamed like just the knockouts. People watched, they were interested. So it's definitely something worth doing.
I know we tried Saturday, but people
Yeah,
said they
Saturdays
were
are
play,
tough.
and then nobody ever put names down. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think we'll just work the bugs out during the week and then try again this weekend.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, Saturdays are tough because even with the some other ones that I've seen, they don't get large numbers either.
Nah. That's everyone's going out night, man.
I don't know about that because I don't think anybody in the community goes out.
Nah. What do you think they're doing then? All in the lab? Or what's
Yeah.
up?
Yep, they're into
That's-
skill games.
They're in select 11 grind until 7 in the morning. Man.
There you go. Select 11s are in the skill games.
7 in
Amen.
the morning grinding.
Play those cues, boys. Play those cues. Your ACL teams will thank you for it.
Yep.
I haven't
I
watched
mean, how
no one.
about you don't hate on my comment? How about that? How about you don't hate on my logo? What's up? That's evolution, baby. We won, I think, like one tournament or some shit like that. Don't hate.
OG.
You trash.
Nah, yeah. Some trash managers.
No mames.
No comment.
No mames.
That was fun times. Okay, so what do you guys want to knock out first? Do you want to do the table or
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's get on with some tables. Why not?
Yo, why is my thing not letting me do anything? All right, cool. Let me post the website up with the man staring back at you. Okay, so I can't scroll down. So this is,
There you go.
let's start with D1. Always our favorite division to start with, especially since that's where Detox lives.
It's okay as long as we're not hearing 20 minutes of glazing about some defensive mid and D1 ace. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be all
All
right.
right, cool. Sounds good.
Don't glaze yourself either. Don't waste our time.
That's not my territory, so that's somebody else's. Unfortunately, he's got family over right now. We'll save that for next week.
All right, did it not change? Or why is it not? Is it? Okay. Give me 1 second. I don't know what's going on. I went full screen and it just stopped working. All right, there you go.
There you go.
So again, third week, we have a new number one team in ACL East.
Yeah, back to Fatal.
Fatal. I think Hollis had it 1 week, Virtual Talent had the other, and now it's Fatal.
Yeah.
Then we got Virtual Talent sitting at second, Viva third, Hollis with one pending game. I believe that's with Lethal. Fourth, most hated, Toxic Goats, Los Pibes, and Gifted finishing up the top 8. Right off the bat, I'm gonna say those last 3 are shockers. That not that they're bad teams, but just names wise, being in the top 8. So, congrats to them. But what do you guys know?
Yeah, I agree with that. I think, most hated, I think they were second last week. They fall all the way to fifth. That's sort of a surprise. Toxic Goats is continuing their strong form. Fatal is good to see them back, in first. Real Deluxe is right outside of a playoff spot, too. I believe they're in 10th right there. That's a little surprising, but, fair play to them, man. They seem to have figured it out. So, props to them.
That's with forfeiting 2 games on Thursday.
Yeah, exactly. Just can imagine where they'd be at now if they didn't have to forfeit. But, yeah.
Are we going to talk about 11th place?
Yeah. Detox, what do you think? I know this is still Romani's sort of realm, but let's hear it off. Let's hear you signed off as an Xbox admin.
Repeat what you asked. I was reading Ivan's ignorant comments in the that. Good.
What do you think about 11th place?
Average pros.
Yeah.
Great group of guys. I think the attack is what's keeping them alive. If I'm being honest, I think the defense is slacking, especially I think since Noid. I don't think Noid's playing right now. I think he might have took a break, so I think they're struggling to find defenders.
Well,
if they need one, they can find me. I'm kidding.
Well, I thought we saw Noid when we were watching the game on East on Tuesday. I might be wrong because Romani made a comment about it, him being back.
Right. Hopefully he came back for good because I think they're struggling there. I think they just signed Antics. I could be wrong. There's like a lot of transfer rumors going around. I think Antics is one of them.
Yeah, those are going to be interesting the coming weeks. Coming days, since we got window coming up for those people that don't have premium.
Yeah.
But off your opinion, Detox, who do you think out of the 9 through, let's go with 15, do you think makes a move into the top 8?
Just one,
or multiple, whatever you think.
You think which ones I think would have a shot?
Yeah, are just gonna turn it around.
Definitely average pros. Just from us playing Lethal, I think Lethal has a chance if they can clean up whatever problems they have. I don't see anybody under probably 14th down are gonna make a push. I don't think.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I think a lot of those lower teams have been struggling pretty bad.
Yeah, because right now we're looking at the top. It looks like top 5 are battling for first place, and then 6 down is like trying to keep their spot.
Yeah, I think Real Deluxe. Someone mentioned the other day that they play for the tie, which is a weird take because they're not sitting in a position they should be doing that type of thing. So I don't know.
I think sometimes you just got to get points in D1 and
hope.
Any point counts, man.
But I definitely think 10th, 11th, and 12th, Real, Average, and Lethal can probably sneak in at any moment, especially with the rumors of how Joga might be falling apart.
Yeah, what's going on with that? What's going on with that? You're more in the know than I am.
Yeah.
The truth from when I played there to when I left, Roshi's cool, but I think that he enjoys the Hollywood names.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do that, you never really create a core for your team. And I think without a core, you can't be doing those type of transfers. Because then you've just got a bunch of random guys running around and you don't really have a core to play off of.
Yeah, a bunch of mercenaries.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
We started off strong. I don't really know what happened from the point that I started with them to the point I left. I think like the first 2 or 3 weeks were the best weeks that team had, I think. And then It was just different lineups like every night.
It happens though. I mean, especially in D1, a lot of teams start hot week 1, week 2, and then they start playing those top echelon teams and they start dropping.
Like nothing personal to anybody on that team, but I think he needs some tighten up on his manager skills to see if he's going to make a top 8 or not.
Damn.
I think Zuck left. I could be wrong. He went to Illuminate.
Yeah, I did. Yep.
Yeah, that's a crazy signing for Illuminate.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a couple people leaving some clubs, so it's gonna be interesting. Window come up, see if they make any changes. I saw Pete join. I don't know if he wants to comment on D1 or
What up, boys?
what's
How's
up.
it going?
Welcome back, brother.
Oh man, yeah. D1 still hot. Still teams at the top, absolutely crazy. Former team most hated, number 5. Goats, PBs. The top 8's looking very strong. I think the Detox's point on Jaga Benito, it's something that a lot of these teams run into. They think they can just buy their way, into a team, and I think what Detox said is without like a solid core of like I'd say six players at least. You're not really going to get anywhere, not in the long term. It's just not sustainable. I'm actually surprised to see average pros down at 11. I think they're a better team, kind of where they are right now. I mean, they're by no means out of the playoff race, but it's surprising to see them down in 11th place, if I'm being real. And PB's ARG is a big surprise, up in 7th and gifted in 8th. So,
Yeah,
very, very interesting.
I think pros will pull it together. They'll get a playoff spot.
I think
Yeah,
so.
there's always a team in that like sits 10, 11, 12 that pulls it off every year. So we'll see who that is.
Sometimes the schedule messes you up. Like we had a tough schedule the past 2 weeks, so
That's true.
you get through that, then you can start getting 6 points a night, and people start moving around.
That's very true.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. I just think that, in playoffs, anything can happen. I mean, obviously, you don't want to be playing the 1 seed to start, but those lower teams are always so dangerous, man.
Yeah, they are.
Especially come playoff times. So,
Yeah, they get scrappy games. Some teams can't manage those.
Just to glaze Fatal some more, and just turn you off. How about that?
severe
Just so
fatal
he
glazing
can
going on
comment
now.
and just so he can hate on me a little bit more. This is the best start to a season I think they've had in like at least like a year, a calendar year worth.
Yeah, I mean, they're normally hovering around like I'd say like 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Like, and then it seems like around playoff time they just fucking kick it up a notch. But here we are, I'm
I
surprised.
guess it helps when you have Fido scoring like what 20 odd goals. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's been
enjoy the Fatal glaze, Ronnie. This is for you, fam.
You can interchange any of those top 4 teams. As probably being the best team in the league. So it's crazy. Viva drawing what seems like so many games. So
yeah, we drawed a few times.
Yeah, I think that's what's hurting them is the draws.
What do you boys got next? What are we up next after D1 East?
We go to Chris's neck of the woods, and I guess your new home.
God. Oh yeah, welcome to Westby. Yeah. Finally, I'm not alone. I'm not alone. Thank God.
Yeah, buddy.
Back home in West.
There you go.
We got Royal X, who had some really good games this week. Tied with Syndicate with 42 points.
My team Syndicate. Woo!
And then you got Famous, Class X, Cracks Nation, Untouchables, Royalty, and Lakers Dezulia. Rounding out the top 8. I mean, the top 2 look like they're running away with it almost. Got a 5-point gap on Famous. But what do you guys think on West?
Well, I mean, I could comment on West since I'm out there now playing CB.
Let's go.
People are discovering that I can play basically all the positions except goalkeeper, but trying to live that best CB life now, I would say that, we played a couple of the teams. I think Syndicate moves the ball really well, man. I think we're, to comment on my own team, I'll start with Syndicate, who's one of the top 2 right now. And probably going to end up, with Royal as maybe one of the best records. I would think is that they move the ball incredibly well. I would say they, like Famous, are all offense, though. I mean, they get super shaky in the back, even though, as you can see, they've only given up 9 goals. But it's one of those things. We'll see how they play against better teams. Royal X very, very strong with Magic Leo and all them. Obviously having himself a season. And some of the players, I mean, the very experienced C1 players. I think Class X and Cracks is always really strong. Royalty making a push.
Yeah, they made a
I
big
think
changes.
they went 12 out of 12 this week.
Yeah, Mario is lazy. He can't, he can't go too long with losing too many games before he loses it.
Before he throws everything out the window and goes,
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It goes from being a friends club to being like, we need to win the league. It's
Yeah,
just
this is
competitive
typical
nature.
Mario behavior. He's
Typical
always done
Mario.
this shit for always. It'll never change.
Yeah, I actually think the 8th place team, Lakers de Zulia, is really, really good.
They're a good team, man.
I know their standing is only 8th, but they were probably, as far as play style, maybe the best team I've saw, so in my personal opinion. So we'll see how the standings shake out. If you guys have something to comment on this.
Yeah, their goalkeeper's pretty solid.
Lakers, yeah.
Yeah, and Lakers, yeah.
Famous is trash. We're terrible. It's all over. It's all over for us now. It's officially over. It's over.
Why is it over? Explain it. Explain the famous drama. Let's get into the famous drama. There's always some great things going on there.
There's always
Our
something.
favorite Albanian went back to Holics, unsurprisingly. Of course, this is his second time coming back this season after snaking Holics once, snaking virtual talent once, snaking famous once, and now he's back at Holics. I don't know. I mean, I got love for Topsky, but yeah, he's a snake and he's a damn good one. But he's still a good friend of the community, so can't really knock him too hard.
Topsky's an incredible middle CV. You know what it is? There's just not a lot of center CBs anymore. I mean, everybody wants to play center CB, but I think there's so few of them, really, in that 3-5-2 setup. Most people are really outside CBs. So I think he's always going to be in demand.
Yeah, I think that's Famous's problem. I think, you mentioned with the defense and everything that, some goalie problems, I think that might be sorted out now. And then, I mean, there's no true middle CB. Like the back three has been Vic, Sir, and Bala, and none of them are mid CBs at all. They all play outside. So I don't, and it's a communication thing, especially as a center back. Like you got to talk, especially if you're a mid, talk about your line and everything like that. And no one does it. So, everything's sort of out of sync. So, I mean, you can't really do much, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Always some good drama going on at in the famous land.
Oh yeah, it always is like the fucking Kardashians.
I would like to mention that Wet got out of relegation.
How about our boy Wet getting a result from
our boy Wet? Let's give it to him.
He scored an equalizer in the 92nd minute to steal a point from Famous, by the way, this week. How about Wet? Wet OG1. What a legend.
Love that for him.
But yeah, tables top scorer continues to be Harold, 35, Magic Leo
Nerd.
catching up, 28. Joker also has a 5 assist gap between him and Core Token. Clean sheets looks like to be mostly Syndicate. And our old admin friend Sham there with 7.
It's crazy when you think about it, though. Magic Leo and Harold are both on pace for 70 goals this season.
Yeah.
And barring any forfeits, there is a very real chance that one of them will hit that mark.
We'll see. The forfeits always hit late.
Yeah, it's true. Very true. Right when you're going for
so far, so good though. Mostly.
Yeah. No one in D1 West is folded. To be fair.
Yeah, I mean West is actually kind of coming on here a little bit. As the season goes. I mean, it was definitely super weak at the beginning of the season, but they've definitely, a lot of the teams seem to have gotten their acts together. I know they've drawn some talent from, East as well. So, especially the top of the table is definitely overall a lot better than it was at the beginning of the season.
It's funny looking at a team like Royal X because 90% of their team, their players are East, which is just funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the starting lineup is East.
Yeah. 100%.
Syndicate's got a lot of East Coast people. So yeah, it's just funny.
Hmm. Well, we got D2.
Yeah,
Yep.
D2.
D2, just the
Go ahead.
regular one. We're looking at famous as the fellas in Paris as they continue leading D1. I mean, D2 East.
Come on,
On
Jay.
their
This is your season, Jay. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
yeah,
This is your season.
and then you got Deportivo Lara second, then followed by Legends, London Cowboys, Illuminate, Criminal Goal, Alpha XI, and then Dynasty, finishing off the top 8. I mean, it's pretty strong side of D2. You can look at most, but you can almost go down to Marlins as a team that has the potential to grab a top 8 spot. It's
Yeah,
gonna be interesting to
agreed.
see what changes are made at the window for all these teams.
I played Shakhtar last night in a drop-in league, and they had like a lot of their people, and their team actually was pretty good. I was actually surprised.
For a
They
team
score
that,
really well.
yeah, I mean, they had a lot of controversy at the beginning of the season. So fair play to them for bringing it back.
You always
Yeah,
love to see these mid teams, like, you know what I mean? I mean, by middle of the table, like, some of them kind of fall off, some of them really figure it out, kind of take it to the next level. That's always like interesting for me to see like who's going to kind of figure things out. Because sometimes, I mean, it's not always about how you start, right? If you have a good manager, they make the correct changes to get you to where you need to be.
Yeah.
yeah. But I feel like at the windows when we see a lot of these teams in the middle start making changes and making pushes. So it's gonna be interesting how that goes.
Yeah.
If hopefully fellas can keep the run going.
Love the fellows. They really are a good team. I mean, I think they'd do well in D1. I'm not saying they'd be world beaters, but I definitely think they deserve to be there at this point. They're probably definitely the best team in D2.
Yeah,
Yep.
agreed.
And then on 2B side, we have a tighter race, I feel like, as Workers Union, formerly African Dream, is leading with 36 points, followed by
Nice.
Ultimate XI,
Very nice.
RV Magic, NY Bulls, Azteca Esports, Savage, Olympic, and then Samba XI. But then, I mean, you still got almost everybody in it for that 8 spot. MTX Toys, Chronic Crew, Collective, sitting there waiting for that spot. And then Resistencia, 14th.
Kenos claiming it's his last season as manager. RIP.
Yeah. I heard that and I was like, okay. But yeah, I mean, you guys have any thoughts on this side of D2?
El Monterey doing the best of the situation that they could, taking over. Starting
Yeah.
in dead last.
They put in a good game, a couple of the stronger teams, so it looks like they're starting to find their footing. It's definitely, I mean, it's unfortunate that they started at the point where they started. I mean, a lot of their losses aren't on them, but hey, good on them for taking the spot and are willing to fight out of it.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, I like Workers Union, RV Magic, Bulls, Azteca has been really good. Olympic kind of fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like they were like in first like a week or two.
They were. Yeah, 2
They
weeks ago
were.
they were first. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we got for
Yeah.
D3?
We still got to do D2 West.
Oh, we got West. I forgot. I'm sorry. We go East to West.
I'm actually surprised the RV isn't running through E2B side.
Their defense is whack. I mean, they can score. They probably have the most goals out of everybody, but they can't
I
stop.
saw
They
that.
can't
I
stop
saw
the
that
damn goal.
they had 50 goals. That's why I was looking. I was kind of confused how they weren't running through the table.
Well, they dropped points against that Monterey team, so
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
It
know
happens,
how.
man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
It happens.
everybody got a good team and they just got to put it on the field
Sure.
or on the controllers. D2 West. Well, I mean, White Oaks pretty much ran away with this division.
TJTV, former
Yep.
admin.
Los Goonies, Regen, Shinjin FC, Deportivo Bellavani,
Yep.
Mhm.
Barres United, International FC, and Tripods United. Still
I
in the
don't.
playoff spot. Sad Boys trying to make a run for it. I am shocked with the Deportivo Bellavani guy because dude is pain, and he always seems to be making like 7-8 changes a day. But he's
He's
gotten,
basically the cash of D2 West. Like, let's
No,
call it
yeah,
yeah,
what it is.
absolutely.
he's in there though. He's still in
Mm-hmm.
playoff spots, still figuring it out. Same thing with I think Internacional. They've dropped a few people and added a few people here and there.
Mhm.
That's true.
But yeah,
You gotta learn, man. It's not about dropping people.
sometimes you gotta drop them, man.
Sometimes you gotta drop him, man.
I don't think we saw like no change in the tables this week. I mean, I think it was the same top four, same top five, maybe, or maybe 5 and
Mhm.
6 switched or something like that. But top four, they didn't change at all. I honestly don't expect it to change either. I expect these 4 teams to stay in the top four, probably very well in that order. Maybe Shenzhen and Regen bounce around, but Los Goonies will be comfortably in second. White Oak comfortably first. Those other teams 3 and 4 easily.
I actually I ventured off to the west side to those late night tourneys. Since you guys said that I'm strictly an East guy, I ventured on did a few of those late night tourneys, and I ran into a few of these teams in those BYOTs.
I'm sure.
They're not
What-
bad. I think I
what's your
played
thoughts?
that regen team last night. I've actually made friends with some of the Goonies guys. I play on I think some of them play on that Labor Center
Mhm.
CF.
Yeah.
They play like those late nights, and it's like a mixture of teams, and
Yeah,
those guys are
Yeah.
pretty cool. But
Yeah,
I think
TBL and all that.
yeah,
Yeah.
last night there was some beef with those regen guys. I think after we beat them, and I
I
think it was
saw, yeah, I saw the chat. I'm like, I wonder
like
what's happening
quarters. Yeah, I got a little heated. I ain't gonna lie.
here.
There's always some good drama. I mean, a lot of those teams like who win late night tourneys and stuff like a lot, like their core kind of plays together a lot, and it's not just
Yeah.
11 randos. So
Right. Yeah, it was pretty good. We playing on that side is not bad. The teams are better than you think they are.
yeah, and a lot of the guys are great people. I mean,
They really are. I
I
like
think
those
it's
Goonies
it's a
guys.
lot of fun. At the beginning we all started playing, right? It was just about finding like a cool group of people and
Yeah.
having a good time, and that brings a lot of that back, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I have
mean,
some fun with those guys. The West Side guys, those late nights. They're a good group of people. Shout out to
yeah,
that Labor Center team. They're pretty
yeah.
fun. It's fun
G
playing with those
Smozzy,
guys.
oh yeah, G Smozzy's
Yeah,
cool.
Mozzie. Yeah, he's cool. Yeah,
Movies.
yeah.
Yeah, and then Krillin from Shenzhen. I played a few tournaments with them a while ago. Super
I
cool.
like those guys.
Good.
Those Shenzhen guys are nice. They're
A
chill
lot
dudes.
of Q guys in there as well. Q and tournament guys.
yeah,
Tim especially. Yeah.
yeah. I can't stay up for West no more. So
That's all right. Henry gets his full 8 hours, man.
Renegade
once
life,
you get
wore
into
him
those
out.
knockout stages, bro, my eyes start
man,
getting heavy.
Yep.
dude, back in the day, 1 a.m.
You're gonna see the first ever international manager of VPG side being D3 come the transfer window.
All right, so we're rounding off with D3. Outside of one team, it's been one of like the best D3s we've had in a while.
Yeah, my opinion still is.
No, yeah, I'm just saying one besides one team is the
Yeah.
exception.
That's true.
Yeah, everybody else has been great. Trilogy right now, leading Tribal, Black Label, Andromeda, AFC, Punishers, New Era, FC, Sambo, and Illegales, top 8, and then just a bunch of teams battling it out for that 8 spot. Gladiators, Fortaleza, Sin. Good to see Sin, making a push. I know they were like really low when they first started, but yeah, everybody's still in it. No one's folded yet, so knock on wood, we get a full D3 season.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, usually we start getting like 6-7 teams just drop.
Or didn't we get rid of that one team?
Yeah, CFC,
Yeah,
City.
those bastards, man.
Cheaters will be punished. We will give you
man.
the heave ho.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. And then we get yelled at because PC players get mad that we're banning them. But I'm like,
I mean,
they're
what
not
are you
all
gonna do?
bad.
Yeah, I mean,
just gotta
not
stop
everybody's bad, but
It's just a lot to keep up with.
That's where it comes from. Yeah, I mean, that's where the cheating comes from is PCs.
Yeah, I mean, it used to be double accounts, like people trying to play on doubles for multiple teams, and now it's become like PC hacks all the time. And it's just, you know, like
I'm not really
get
sure what
good,
it gets to.
guys. Get
Yeah,
good, guys. Like, stop being nerds. If you have to cheat to play a video game, you probably should just delete the game. You know.
I mean, what's worse is that they weren't even running the table and they were
Mhm.
cheating, which is crazy.
Yeah.
I'll be
I
honest.
mean, it
and
makes
say-
sense though. If you're trying to cheat, maybe you don't want to be first.
Facts.
Like maybe you just want to lay low, stay in a playoff spot, and only cheat when it matters.
Maybe.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, if I'm paying $100 a month to cheat, I'm blowing the fuck out.
Yeah.
What's speaking of which, in the league guy now, what's going on? What are the meta belts? What are the meta belts for the strikers and the CBs? I know it's still big CB, right?
Come on,
6'6".
it's meta
Have
builds
to.
is big man full weight. Shit's
Yeah, right.
disgusting.
And we got the
It's
6'6"
disgusting.
strikes now, or what?
God, I hate it. It's so ugly.
I'll never play 224 weight again in my life, ever again. Never, ever, 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 never again.
I mean,
No,
it's
no
cool
fat
that-
guys. I'll stay at my 171 and chill.
it's cool that people are using it, but man, it's frustrating when balls are just thrown at you and you're just defending for your life the whole game.
I feel like you're starting to see some midget strikers again.
Yeah, some small guys.
I mean,
Yeah,
I think
they-
they're running that midget with the tall
With
striker.
the big
though.
man, yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
you
you
play
just
off the
win
big
headers.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
win header.
You
I forgot
flicking
what game we
onto
were
the
watching. Me and
Hollies.
Rami. That's what we saw. It was just toss basically.
Yeah, they
hitting
did it to
down.
us.
Yeah,
They
I didn't
just
wanna-
kept
I didn't want to
flicking
bring.
it to they just kept flicking it to Topsy and he just flick on. I mean,
Yeah, I
there's
didn't want
not
to bring
much you can.
flashbacks back to you, but yeah, it was against your
Yeah,
team.
yeah, because
Mm.
I tried to switch. Tried to switch the play and hit his big ass head. So
Yeah.
cost us the game. It's
Oh yeah,
fine.
the last goal. Yeah, that was.
Yeah,
funny.
I manned up to it, bro. It's fine. Well, the
Was that
problem is that
you?
when you play, yeah, because the
Okay, I
problem
didn't know
is
it was you. I
when
just
you
know I was
play. When you play on the bottom screen part, like when your position's on the bottom screen, you can't see anything. And by the time Gino called it out that he was open, I was already flicking it across the field. I couldn't cancel it or anything. And the mini map goes ghost half of the time, so you can't even see where anybody's at.
Yeah, mini max are a pain in the
Yeah,
ass.
I
when
own
they
that
don't-
one. They comforted me in the chat, but I own that one. We could have at least tied if I didn't do that dumb shit, but it happens.
Look
Yeah,
at Royals center back Tommy. 5-star skill moves as a center back. Gotta love that one.
Yeah.
6'6", 185.
Game's gone. So long are the days of the center back just booting it out to Kingdom Come. Now we
Mhm.
got people with 5-star skills in the back.
Yeah.
I remember Pucci's did that a long time ago back in the PS side. He used to drive me fucking nuts managing them for USA when he starts skilling on the back.
I will say this, like about the CB, probably the only thing that's hard about it isn't anything hard at all. It's just the fucking bundles. Like
that's
when
what it
you
is.
tackle or hit
Yeah.
somebody, the ball just bounces around near you.
Yeah.
Trying to get that thing out of there.
Fat Pucci's.
Yeah, I mean that's what we saw a lot too. Just bundling, just dudes running into people, trying to run through them with the ball.
It seems like EA in this new engine, they have some stuff to really work out. I find it hard to believe that they can't find some modicum of balance because it's either rocket midgets or
Overpowered tall dudes. Yeah.
6'4" wingers or all kinds of crazy builds. I almost wish they went to kind of like there were no stats kind of thing, and you have what you have. Or it wasn't based on height or weight, but more of maybe like level.
I
Like
remember back in the day when it used to be like every position, no matter what, used to have like 90s and 80s stats across the board.
Yeah.
I wish they'd bring that back almost.
when
Everyone's
the
just, like,
achievements were around, you had
Yeah,
to score like
even like
bicycles and
some
stuff.
balance. Yeah, like
Yeah.
everything was like sort of even across the board. I guess that's
Right.
kind of nice.
That's the problem is that the skill gap disappears when you do stuff like this.
Yeah, it's very true.
Where
Yeah,
it becomes like balanced where it's anybody's game at that point.
I get it.
Yeah, 100%. But I mean, some of these guys, it's like, are you really good if you're running a guy who's like 6'6", 250? You know what I mean? And he
that's
has
the
100
problem.
kicking power. It's like
That's the problem.
we got C-Stole striker running a CDM build hitting missiles. Like
There's so
like-
many weird there's so many weird builds now that it's just I don't know.
I love watching C still play because that dude plays just the weirdest way possible.
Run and gun, and it works for him.
It's honestly that Cousins DNA, but like it's just
Yeah,
I don't know.
it works for him, man.
Weirdo.
It works for him though. He scores a lot of goals.
Yeah, I mean it's true. Can't deny it.
That's all he's got to do, though. As long as it works,
Yeah,
it
that's
don't
what
matter.
it's come down to. If it works, don't mess with it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Facts.
All right. One thing we were going to talk about is ACL Cup being back.
Woo!
We are going to bring that back. Looks like we could Monday nights.
Or no, next week.
Next week.
Yeah.
Or, not this. Yeah. Next week.
Let's do it.
Monday nights, 11 p.m. Eastern. It says on there, doesn't it? Yeah, July 1st.
Yeah.
So we'll post a message in the manager's chat. I mean, everybody signed up, but if you don't want to be signed up for it, just uncheck it and
There's
let
gonna be
us.
some single limb goodness, you know.
Yeah, so we're gonna do a FA Cup style where D1 teams come in second round, and then we'll have second division and third division play each other.
I'm excited to see the underdogs come out top on some of these big teams.
Agreed. I want to see how far a team like Fellas in Paris can go.
They're a good team. I think they'll pull off some upsets.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got D1 quality. I mean, it's just applying it to the game.
In one game elimination, it's always dicey, you know, and it's a good place for these smaller teams to really test themselves against, you know, the better teams in the league in a one-off game where anything can happen, you know. I think it brings out the best in people.
Yeah, it's always fun too because you never know who on a good night you can beat somebody that you normally don't beat.
Yeah, welcome back to ACL Cup. You asked for it. There you go. And you don't have to play 8 times a week. One-off games, elimination. It's got everything you want. The big teams versus the small teams. The big teams versus the big teams. Come and get it.
Come put us big teams in our place.
Just put Armani in his place, man. I don't need to hear him glazing Xbox deals.
Man, Romani.
I had to listen to Romani talk about how hard CB was, and then I made like 10 tackles in my first game and had like a 7.6 rating.
I love Romani.
So tough.
That's
So hard,
only-
Romani, if
look,
you're listening, bud.
The only time I see CB being super tough is when you're playing these big dudes. It's so random when the ball's constantly in the air and you can be positioned correctly and you still lose it. It's just disgusting.
The only part that's hard about CB is if you have CBs next to you who
are
brain dead because
well,
you know, at some point there's just nothing you can do.
Well, I'm spoiled with Dannington and David, so usually if one of us fuck up, someone can pick up the slack if it happens.
Yeah, it's always a fun conversation about CBs.
We're saying Ivan left mid-match. There we go.
Pinche Ivan, way.
Yeah, we also are trying to start running some weekly tournaments. I know that's a space kind of occupied by some other leagues, but you know, trying to put on more events for the community. Hopefully, have some stuff for you guys.
Okay.
Oh, Ivan's joining the chat. Here we go.
Oh boy. I feel like they like let him in out of like a WWE match.
Yeah, here he comes.
All right, so
Steve Austin music.
So I did leave a match, but it was I left 2 matches now actually. So the first time I forgot who was beating us. It was pretty bad. And I made like 2 or 3 goal line clearances at this point, and they sat there and like disrespected me. So I was like, all right, I'm out. So I left. Then recently for the stream, I was like minute 20. The stream was lagging, so I had to back out for the sake of the stream. But I love backing out. It's the best thing ever.
Bro doesn't want embarrassed. He pulled a peanut. That's crazy.
That's all right, Ivan. Sometimes it happens. I did it in a late night league last night. We were gonna beat like 6-0. Only so much you could do at that point, you know.
Right.
He voted for Biden.
Yeah.
Crazy, man. Crazy talk right now.
But let's blow up our tourneys up. We'll have the best BYOTs with the best teams if you guys actually sign up.
Yeah, we just got to get people signed up.
I think we need to put the bot on. People signed up, but they just couldn't
I'm
figure out
telling
how
you,
to
bro.
fill out a list, you know? So,
I don't know what I mean. I tagged him like 12 times. I don't know how
Yeah.
hard it is to type in your name, but I think we're gonna have to resort to the bot. So it's just a click away.
yeah, we got to resort to the bot. It's clear, trust me, through history. People will not do anything that is not basically like
Well-
putting blocks inside the shapes inside the holes,
well,
you know?
We'll do
Yeah,
some
it's so
paid
hard,
ones.
man.
I'll run some money ones if you guys want.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I heard Romani has money. He can put up.
Because he's part of the Albanian mafia. That's
That's
why.
I
crazy.
feel like
That's
feel like-
crazy.
I feel like Romani's been very he's been in a mood lately. He's not feeling good. He
Yeah, he's
seems
been
like he's
busy.
a little overworked right now. So
I
we
love
need
him.
we need our loving Albanian back, you know?
I love
So,
that man. We've been
yeah, I
through
love
it
Romani
in
too. He's a
FIFA.
good
We've
dude,
been through
man.
it.
We got Angry Ivan came into the chat to validate why he quit a game. I'm not sure anybody cares, but thank you for sharing, Ivan. We appreciate that. Ivan, a big supporter, also our graphics guy, making all those great graphics that you see out there, you know. So we got that going on, and we got some Team of the Week stuff coming out
Yeah.
specifically on our socials.
Yeah, I think Fred said he was going to start posting those tomorrow. So we'll put a link on all the managers' chats and all the other chats so people can go look them out.
Yeah, you guys asked, and there they are. Here we go again.
So,
Yeah. If you didn't make it, I don't care. Go cry to your
Mm.
mother or your
Please
manager. I don't care. Tell them to put in
PM
stat-
admins and ask why you weren't in the Team of the Week.
Tell them,
I
listen,
already,
if
you know,
you're
we're going to
mad
get
for any
those.
reason,
I
tell your
know.
managers to put in clean sheets and your stats correctly. If not, go
Right.
cry to your mother.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, that's always the issue is we get yelled at, and it's like your manager didn't do stats right.
Nope.
Like, what do you want us to do? Just make sure I link the Twitter in there.
Yeah. Virtual Leagues USA or Virtual League USA. Follow it on Twitter.
Yeah, buddy.
We got that, and then we're gonna put Detox on the spot like we usually do.
Oh,
Romani.
fuck, let's
There we
do
go.
it.
Oh yeah, the usual.
Let me be the bad guy so I can get DMs after the stream. Talking
Right.
about I'm wrong.
Enjoy
We've
the
seen
stream.
shit.
Yeah.
You've been watching West games though. I'm gonna ask you for the top 5 best West players you've seen.
What the fuck?
I mean,
I don't
that's
think
how
I've
you've been-
seen them enough to remember the names.
Don't worry. Ziller 1725 top CB and West.
ZZZEGUI top CB West Syndicate.
Hold on,
Thank you.
So,
let me get you the Lakers goalkeeper name.
Now I'm
Yeah.
done. 4-2-0.
I mean,
Other top CB and West.
we're doing like all positions. I'm gonna have to throw Dean up there. I think he's a great cam, and he's been consistent since I can remember. And then we got, let me see it. Black Cat's pretty good. That's strike. He's a striker, right?
Black Cat.
Black Cat, yeah.
Javi. Yeah, Javi. He's a good dude.
Colombian.
He's a good dude. He really is.
He'll be east by the transfer window.
Mhm.
I bet you any money goes back to Toxic Goats. Any money.
I would say Peanut, but that ball roll they did the other day kind of disgusted me. So I'm gonna have to take it back.
Mm.
He also sold me in semifinals on elusive, so he's definitely not top right now.
Peanut, one of the historically better OM stat wise, which is hilarious, but you got to
Yeah.
give him credit where credit is due.
Yeah, he's good. Let me see. Let me
Lakers
pull
has
up,
2 goalkeepers. I'm not sure which one you've seen play. They got
Was
Krepke and Stylebender.
it goes Krepke with the K.
Yeah.
It's everyone that went off the past few games that we've streamed.
Yeah, those are the 2 goalkeepers on that side. So you got 2 more.
Omar
You said-
Citos is nice. I don't know. I think he plays for Royal, right?
Nah,
Famous.
Oh,
Famous boy.
He's a cam, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played he was a part of our paid tourney the other day, and he's solid. I wouldn't
That's
mind
what
him being on. I wouldn't mind him being on my team.
he was saying you were nice like that, man. He was telling us in
I,
the family chat. He's like, "What happened
I
to
like
Detox?" I'm like, "He joined somewhere else, man."
I like Omar Zito. He was. I'm a fan of the guy that doesn't like force passes and hope that it works. Every pass he made was the right one. He definitely gets some credit.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
that like people who are undervalued who like don't skill a whole lot, well, that's
right.
why I
Oh
kind of
yeah.
stopped playing striker. It's like people don't really
Yeah.
value if you don't dribble into
Yeah.
defenders, 15 times a game
Yeah.
and can
Uh,
pass.
But
So
I
it's
love a striker that gets the ball and just puts it in the net. Like no
you,
questions asked. I love that.
there was a guy from Shakhtar, Calvino, actually was talking to me about what you said in the last podcast about how you helped him at CDM detox because he said he's taking your advice about playing things simply. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And
I think one of the biggest things is people focus on stats,
mm-hmm.
and if you just if you just play the game and you can be a key player and have zero stats.
Mm-hmm.
It's not always about putting numbers. I've always argued with
No.
people like, "Oh, you don't put numbers up." I don't have to because if I make the right pass to help us score, I'm happy with it.
You know
Uh,
what's funny? There's a quote by Paolo Maldini that kind of reminds me of what you just said. It's like, I have to make a tackle, I already made a mistake, And if you're doing
right.
everything right, the ball really shouldn't be going towards you, especially at CB or CDM. Like if people aren't coming down your side, that's usually a very, very good thing.
Yeah, like
That
I'm
means you're in the
not
right position.
like I don't have an ego. I'll play with whoever, and if you ask me for advice, I'll help you out. I'll give you a build. I'm not like some of the other guys that might not say anything because they think it's like some kept secret, but it just plays simple. If you can skill cool, like skill cancel on them, they pull it off great. I can't complain, but playing simple, there's nothing wrong with playing simple and just doing what you're supposed to do.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we have Chris and me have a mutual friend who likes to remind us he had
No
X
comment.
amount of passes completed and passes attempted,
Yeah, you
and
always
he's a
got
good
those people.
CDM.
I
And
heard. You know what?
I just tell him like, did you win or did you lose? And
Yeah, you've always
I
got
don't-
those people.
yeah,
Yeah, you know what? And Famous just had this last week because we gave Bala a charity game at defensive mid, right? He's like, "Oh, I went 11 out of 11 passing," and Omar, because he's been handling most of the managerial stuff, he's like, "Yeah, you did like nothing. You're just doing pure cardio out there. No aura, no presence, nothing. Just 5-yard passes, playing it safe."
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. I
do you
mean,
think?
especially like up top, right? Sometimes strikers or even cams won't have a great passing percentage, but they tried to do shit all game and they're getting not a lot of support by their team. It's like, did they have a bad game? But then
Yeah.
you have, like you said, the stat monsters will be like, well, you didn't have like 80% passing, so
Uh,
you're ass. It's like, I don't think
yeah,
that's what happened, but
I don't care. I never look at stats. I
nah,
never look at performance. I don't care if
player rating is the
I don't
biggest
care,
joke
bro.
in the world,
I don't care. I don't. I can give two shits about what your stats are in the game. As long as we win, I'm not really worried about it. I can get 100% passing and make a bunch of basic A passes and do absolutely nothing.
I know at CB you could have like a bunch of tackles and be in position all game and end up with a 5-5,
Yo, yeah.
So even like, especially as goalie, I feel like this year they're super mega penalized for letting in a goal. Like you can have like 8-9 saves and let in 3 goals, and you end up with like a 4.5.
Yep.
Yeah. You guys have any upcoming players that you might know?
I mean,
People getting back into it.
I would say not upcoming players, but I've been surprised to see how good Riddles was after such a long time off, if we're being real with you. So
he's
Riddles is
always
not
had it though. Riddles he's the guy, man.
he's just such a good CDM man on Syndicate. He's another guy who plays the right pass. I think really underrated in the top CDM conversation. We've talked about like some of our top CDMs, but I mean he's got it, man. He scores like when he gets a shot from outside the box, he fucking scores. He's always in the right position. He's always available, to take a pass from anybody, So it's he's really top. Nothing I can
He's
say
one of
other
the
than that.
nicest dudes as well, man.
Yeah, he's
Riddles,
just a great non-toxic human being
so
who
nice.
really wants the best for like the team, and he's super chill. Never any problems with him.
Those are the best teammates.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
he's great. When someone's good and they're not an asshole, like
Those are
it's
the best.
always amazing, and they just want to
Yeah.
help people. So, but yeah, that's who I would say after after you know, I don't want to
I
say.
feel like
like
we
2
should.
years
I
on,
feel like
man.
we should start talking about some informed players throughout the week, stuff
I
like
like
that.
it. I like it.
Give people some credit for the week.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at the games for this Tuesday to see which games we
He,
might be streaming.
I'm gonna have to shout out Joker. He's been my goalie a few seasons on a few teams, but he just got back into it. He was on Class X before he left, but he solid goalkeeper. I think if he plays more, he'd be top 5 without a doubt.
All right.
Big shout out to Sven as well. From I've mentioned him, I think, like the past like 2 or 3 streams. The Class X keeper. He's been doing it for, I mean, probably longer than every PS goalkeeper at this point. He's one of the first ones to ever come around, and he's still there, still really good.
Let's not forget about Pobs either. Pobs
Yeah,
back
welcome
at his
back
best.
to Pods, man.
Not
Pobs.
falling asleep. Pobs at his best, man.
Broke up some
I
castles
mean,
for once.
He's
That's crazy.
The biggest thing about him was his what, not insomnia where you fall asleep, but he'd always
Epilepsy.
epilepsy, falling
Or
asleep before games.
narcolepsy, yeah.
Probably one of the best one-on-one keepers in the game. The saves he makes are just absolutely insane. He's an absolute wall. So
Have to bring Pavs back for USA, man.
yeah.
Yeah, we need to
Mm-mm-mm.
have a conversation about top keepers.
Yeah,
I mean, there's
I'm in
not
there.
many, man.
I'm in there. No, I'm playing. Not anymore.
Let's be honest, there's not many.
Nah, you got
No.
Twyford, Con, J7, Sven, Beast, yeah, Joker,
Pobs.
coming back. Pobs. Yeah, that's really about it. Man.
There's about 8 that are safety blankets.
Yeah,
If
you know, if
somebody-
you get beat, they're gonna fucking bail you
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
I know he's chilling on the bench right now, but I mean, he played a lot last year. OGC Clean, I think he's still on Holics, dude. He's a monster.
Clean, yeah.
He's a monster on the international stage too. Absolute freak.
Those international stages, man. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've touched one of
There's
those.
one that's chilling in D2 that is usually a D1 keeper. Nino.
Graphics is a
Nino,
good
yeah,
goalie
Nino's
too.
been there.
Nino's pretty good.
He's playing with the Wizards.
Pote in D2 is very good as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
He's
just
a little bit of a
thinking
head
D1.
case, but yeah, he should be on a D1 team.
All
Yeah,
goalkeepers
Pote's
are head
good.
cases in their own right. All the good ones.
You
at least.
have to be a lunatic to be a
you're
goalkeeper.
a little. Yeah, we've all said that every good
Mhm.
goalkeeper is a little weird.
Yeah.
I remember when I was good at goalkeeper, and I realized I probably was a spaz back then. It makes sense. That's all right. It checks out, right?
To be able to stand there for most of the match and then come up and like make a reflex save, like you got to be after your gourd or wired on like 8 energy drinks to be able to do that.
Yeah,
shit,
that's
you know?
also part of the problem too. Maybe I should go back to that. Certain type wired.
There you go.
Ugh.
So, yeah, not for me anymore, bud. Those days are done. So, but that's all I really have for you guys. I'm gonna take off, boys. But good talking to everybody.
Yeah, I
Yes,
think
sir.
that's all we have, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think we covered everything. So
Yeah, we're good. Hopefully, me and Romani can get that thing going, and we
Yeah.
can really get to the root of a lot of this ACL drama nonsense.
yeah, like you said, just gotta start taking notes of some players and giving them a shout out every.
Yeah,
time we do a show.
I think so. Yeah, even if it's not someone who's really good, I think a compliment here and there will boost his confidence.
Yeah, it's true. Agree.
All right. Well, I'll talk to you guys next
All right.
time. Appreciate you guys coming on.
Yes, sir. You guys have a
Take it
good
easy,
night.
y'all.
Is here. Did I?